Modern aging research has crossed a threshold. Maintaining the raw stamina and posture of a 35-year-old deep into your 60s is an achievable biological target. This chart shows the difference between your lifespan and your health span. The top curve represents the traditional trajectory, a long, slow 30-year physical decline. The bottom curve illustrates an optimized health span, where your peak physical functionality remains elevated until the very end of life. To reach that bottom curve, we will build a concrete, step-by-step weekly schedule. By the end of this video, you will have a structured protocol designed to stop muscle loss, train your mitochondria, and repair your DNA overnight. Before we start, grab a calendar and write down two things. First, your current body weight in kilograms. Second, clearly define your why, the specific reason you want to preserve your energy, whether that is hiking trails with your kids or traveling in retirement. You must keep that reason front and center. We begin with the most urgent biological reality of aging. After age 30, your body sheds roughly 1% of its muscle mass every single year. This process is called sarcopenia, making people feel physically weak and tired over the decades. The only biological brake we have against this physical decline is dietary protein. To calculate your daily baseline, take your body weight in kilograms and multiply it by 1.6. That resulting number is your minimum daily protein target in grams. Translating that number into a meal structure is straightforward. Divide your plate into halves and quarters. Fill half the plate with vegetables, a quarter with carbs or healthy fats, and the remaining quarter with high-quality protein. Consistently hitting this protein target provides the precise structural materials required to keep your skeleton load-bearing for the decades to come. With the nutrition set, we move to physical stimulus. Generic, low-intensity jogging on a treadmill is not enough to reverse the biological clock. You need specific triggers. We structure your week using the 2-to-1 movement split, 2 heavy resistance sessions for every 1 cardiovascular session. Step 1. Map out 3 specific days on your calendar, like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Dedicate 30 to 45 minutes on these days strictly to heavy compound resistance, such as squats, deadlifts, or push-ups. These compound movements force your body to release growth hormone. This preserves the dense muscle mass you need to haul heavy loads, like a 40-pound backpack or a growing child. Step 2. Map out 2 alternate days, say Tuesday and Thursday. Dedicate these slots to 20 minutes of high-intensity intervals, or 30 minutes of Zone 2 cardio, like a brisk walk. This cardiovascular stress trains your mitochondria. It forces your cells to duplicate their energy centers, building the deep stamina required for long endurance tasks. Finally, leave Saturday open for 1 to 2 hours of active outdoor family time. A long hike or an afternoon at the park serves as the real-world application of the week's training. This 2-to-1 split delivers the exact biological stimulus required to halt physical aging, cleanly organized into a routine that prevents burnout for busy parents. All the heavy lifting and cardio you do during the day is wasted if your body never enters a deep recovery state. The evening cellular reset is the most critical component of this protocol. The process begins at 7:30 p.m. with the kitchen closure. Finishing your last meal initiates an overnight fast, triggering a biological state called autophagy. This internal cleanup process physically sweeps out the inflammatory zombie cells that cause fatigue and stiffness. Next is the 9 p.m. digital cutoff. Power down the screens. Blue light and intense dopamine hits from video games trick your brain into halting melatonin production, blocking your sleep. At 9:15 p.m., we execute the cortisol flush. Step outside into the cool night air, look up at the stars, or read an analog book. Shifting from digital stimulation to a quiet, physical environment rapidly drops your primary stress hormone, cortisol. Your nervous system is now physically primed for repair. The final milestone is 10 p.m. The lights go out. Securing this pre-midnight window is non-negotiable for entering deep sleep. Hitting this early window guarantees you capture the body's largest natural pulse of human growth hormone. This is the exact biological moment your body actively repairs all the DNA damage accumulated throughout the day. This 2.5-hour evening sequence functions as a biological shield, actively stalling the mechanisms of accelerated aging while you sleep. This schedule maps out the cohesive week. Protein targets feed the Monday, Wednesday, and Friday resistance days. Tuesday and Thursday cardio builds endurance for the Saturday family activity. and the 7:30 p.m. evening reset protects recovery every night. Do not attempt to execute this entire master schedule flawlessly tomorrow morning. That leads to burnout. Your first step is to focus exclusively on locking down the 7:30 p.m. evening reset. Remember the why you wrote down earlier. Consistently executing these small, structured habits will compound over the next decade. You are training now so that you are the parent leading the charge up the mountain, not the one watching from the sidelines. You can reclaim control over your biological clock by executing this proven, methodical schedule, starting today.